And I'm just like, girl, get with the program. Every time I work, I gotta tell you this. Every time I work, I gotta give you instructions on the same stuff. Like, girl. Hi everyone, I'm your fave nurse B. Today I want to talk about delegation. This is a huge subject, a huge issue in nursing that I think kind of goes under the radar. But when it comes to that time when you have to delegate, it becomes an issue sometimes. So what is delegation? Delegation is basically telling people what to do. That's what it is. That's why it can become an issue, because we're all adults and it's either you don't know how to tell people what to do, or you tell people what to do in a very rude way, or you tell people what to do in a very authoritative way, or you get kind of backlash between people when you tell people what to do. Let me just give you all a scenario of when I've had to delegate. So there was this incident. So you all may or may not know, I am a float nurse. I work at a long-term care facility. So I go wherever I need it. I pretty much know a lot of the different patients and the families and CNAs, but I float and I only work 3 days a week. So I don't always know what's going on, but I know what's going on, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know day to day, like, oh, such and such, this happened yesterday, it was supposed to get done. I may not know because I wasn't working over there yesterday, but I still know what needs to be done at that job, and I know a lot of the patients. So anywho, it was a family member came to me, so I know her. I've worked with her husband on a different division, and now he's long-term care, so I'm working with him. And I worked with her, and she was saying, you know, he was supposed to get a shower last night. He said he was sitting up here by the shower room for about 2 hours. My daughter came by. She said he never got a shower. He really needs a shower. He has to go to a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Okay. So this is a situation. You have a family member that knows you, may or may not know you, but in my situation, she knew me. We had a relationship. She was coming with a valid concern that her husband needed to get a shower. He was supposed to get one yesterday. So there, right then and there's already some type of frustration, not from her, because she's pretty chill and I know her, but it's still some type of frustration. Like, my husband should have got a shower last night. He didn't get one. Now, as a nurse, there's many different things I could do in this scenario. So I could tell the CNA that has him on duty, look, he didn't get a shower yesterday. We need to give him a shower today. Boom. Or I could say, I don't know what happened, but I'll make sure he gets a shower tonight on evening shift, since he is an evening shower. I'll make sure he gets a shower tonight on evening shift. Okay. Or I could have done the shower myself and just got it over with. Or tell her, I don't really know what happened. I'll have to just see what happened. We'll try to do it this evening. That type of thing. So what I decided to do was just do the dang on shower myself. Now, I'm gonna tell you why. First off, like I said, the patient's family was already frustrated. So in that instance, I feel like, I should take it upon myself to get this done. Now I can take it upon myself to make sure someone else gets it done by telling the CNA to do it. But if I tell the CNA to do it, this person already has a set amount of showers they have to do. And I'm adding another shower on top of that. I'm adding someone else's job that should have got done last night on top of that. I already know this CNA is going to be frustrated, because I would be frustrated. I'd be frustrated if my nursing supervisor came to me and said, I need you to do this, da, 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 da. It didn't get done. I need you to do it. I'm going to be like, so I'm going to need you to go find whatever nurse that didn't do it and have them do it, or I'm going to need you to go do it yourself. I'm not going to say that because I'm not insubordinate, but that's what you would feel. You'd be like, okay, why do I have to do their job? Make them do their job. I don't want to have to do their job. I have my own job to do at this time. And you really do feel the way. So I honestly feel like with delegation, if you wouldn't do it, do not delegate somebody else to do it. You have to either, let me go back into the situation, but before I go into explaining certain things, but just think about, would you be willing to do that? Like, So, okay, I had the time. He's a relatively easy shower. I know that because he can stand. I can give him direction. He can follow through. So I was like, you know what? I can do this shower. I got enough time. Let me just get it out the way and get it over with and be done with it. So I told the family. I said, so what does he want to wear after his shower? Da 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 da. And so in some sense, I delegated to her, get everything ready he needs. His toiletries, whatever. She took care of that. Then the CNA, I said, I'm going to do such and such shower. I need for you to give me some towels. You got some towels so I can do his shower? Okay. Then after his shower, he needed a shave. Now, I was like, okay, I'm already been in the shower for like 15, 20 minutes. I had to pump. You all know I'm a nursing new mom. If you don't know, I am a new mom and I'm nursing. So I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go pump. But we had a light duty on duty, which I kind of forgot about her. I could have had her do the shower, but anywho, I was like, you know what? I just did his shower. Can you just shave him for me? She was like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. So in that sense, I delegated to the CNA to give me the towels. I delegated to the family to get everything ready that the resident needed for his shower, like his toiletries and clothing and things like that. And I dedicated to the light duty aide to do his shave for me. But I still did the shower. But you see how I delegated those tasks off and we all worked as a team to get it done? Now, like I said, it depends on you. You can tell the CNA, this is what I need you to do. I'm sorry, but this is what needs to be done. Or you could do it yourself. I had the time. I knew the patient. I had the energy to do it. I knew the wife was already frustrated, even though she didn't show it, but I knew she was. And I just wanted to be like, you know what? I'll take care of it. Don't even worry. I told her, I said, I'm sorry that happened. I don't know what happened, but I can do that. It's fine. It's it's my job. And she was like, I know you're really busy. I said, no, this is what we're supposed to do. I'm sorry that we weren't able to get it done yesterday. You have to take responsibility, honey. You have to. If you can, do it. That's how I feel with delegation. If you can do it, do it. But you have to know it's a sticky situation because I was working with a great team of CNAs. So thankful for that. And I knew that having her do it was just gonna be too much work. Like, come on, I would have been upset if I had to do somebody else's job. That's how I feel. But say this person was a Hoyer lift, like it took 2 or 3 people to do this person's shower, then maybe I would have told the aide, such and such needs a shower. He should have got it done yesterday. But if you help me put him in the shower chair, I'll do the shower, and that type of thing. That's just to, like, can you help me do this versus you saying I need you to do this. It just comes down to it. Like, it is about how you say it to people, because we're all adults, but there are some people who need a firm hand. So I just wanted to do it myself. I wanted to make sure that the family felt like, okay, like this person sees that this is an issue that I have and they're willing to rectify it themselves for me. Also, in this situation, I had a CNA. She was like, oh, you doing showers? You a good nurse. Now, being a good nurse is so subjective because the CNA who told me you're a good nurse, she's probably looking at me like, oh, you're a good nurse because you're willing to do our job. It could be that way. Or she's saying you're a good nurse because you're a team player, like you don't mind doing things that are beneath you as a nurse. But a nurse looking at me be like, you're stupid. I'm not gonna sit here and do anybody's shower. You need to let the aides do it. You're not a good nurse. Like, you're that nurse that's gonna get ran over because you're doing their job. Like, you have your own work to do. So they might see me as a stupid nurse, or a nurse that's unfocused, like I'm doing a CNA's job, I need to do my job. But like I said, at that instance, I was pretty good. I'm gonna rock it out. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna get it done. And it was pretty chill on the division I was working. The doctor might look at it like, showers? Why are you doing showers? Like, we don't know. Or the doctor might be like, okay, whatever, patient care. Because in hospitals, a lot of nurses, they do the showers. They do pretty much all the total care for that patient, especially like ICU nurses. And then the CNA who actually was assigned to the patient might be like, well, she's doing her job, she's helping out, that's cool. Or I wasn't gonna do the shower, I'm glad she did it because I wasn't gonna do it. So it just all depends, like, as far as like, are you a good nurse or not? It's all relative. I mean, it's all relative. But for me, I didn't feel like, oh, I'm being a good nurse doing this. Oh, I did such and such showers, I had to do this. I don't see it like that. I just see it like I'm doing my job and I'm doing a service for my patients. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a time where I will do a patient shower if the situation comes up. But it has been times where I have done a person shower and I did say, yes, I did such and such shower, because you aren't doing your job. I had to do your job and my job, and I'm still leaving on time. So what's your excuse for not doing what you have to do? Sometimes you have to puff up and flex a little bit. As a nurse, you have to sometimes, because it's just like, that is the case. Sometimes you have lazy CNAs that you're working with. So let's go into another scenario. So I was working on another division on an evening shift, y'all. Evening shift can be real rough. I have a video series about day, evening, and night nurses that you all should go watch. But evening shift can be rushed because rough because you're working with people who are not always well trained, and you probably get new CNAs, you get younger people. So there's a CNA who every time I work, it's not necessarily a problem, but she's always like, when you tell her something, she looks at you like dead in the eyes, like what you're saying is a complete foreign language, like. And I'm just like, girl, get with the program. Every time I work, I gotta tell you this. Every time I work, I gotta give you instructions on the same stuff. Like, girl. But I can somewhat blame her, but I can also blame the nurses, because I feel like the nurses that are working, they are not firm enough. You know, when you're in nursing school, you learn that there's like an authoritative leader, there's a laissez-faire leader, there's like the diplomatic leader, you know. So you have to know your team, y'all. You got to know who you're working with. So this is a scenario. This is what actually happened. I was coming in getting a report from a nurse, and she told me such and such got a shower last night and the aide didn't change her linen. She's really upset. She wants her linen changed. The aide is aware of it, so when she comes in, she's going to change the linen. Okay. So I reminded the aide when evening shift came. I reminded her, like, hey, just say you do know that such and such needs their linen changed, right? I know. Okay. 2 hours later, I walk past the room again. The linen's not changed. I had already talked to the resident and said, you know, I'm sorry we didn't change your linen last night. I talked to your aide. She's going to make sure she gets that done. Okay, so like I said, 2 hours, even maybe longer than 2 hours into the shift, the linen's still not changed. So when I saw the aide, I said, look, I need you to do this like now. You need to change her linen now. You have to be firm, because it's just like, look, like, what are you waiting for? We have 6 aides working tonight, meaning we usually only have 5. So you got more than enough help. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours before dinner. So you really don't have too much. You have time to take 5 minutes to change this person's linen that you should have done yesterday. You should have did this last night. So you should have came in and did this linen and get it over with and went and talked to your patient like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't get a chance to do that last night. I'm really sorry. Boom. But instead, you want to sit here. I don't know what was going on in her mind. I don't know, because like I said, when we work, I feel like I have to continue to educate her, continue to be on her about stuff. When it's just simple stuff, change somebody's bed linen, like that is, I don't get it. But yeah, I have to be firm in that situation. Now, in this situation, I delegated to the CNA because this is something you should have done. You know you should have done it. You've been told by me and the other nurse you had to do it. We're almost 3 hours into the shift and it's still not done. And it's a simple task. And I know you have time to do it because you've been walking around, leaving off the floor, doing this, that, and the third. So I know you got time to do it. You take 20-minute bathroom breaks. I don't know what you're doing in the bathroom, but so I know you got time to do it, girl. So in this sense, I delegated to the aide. Could I have changed linen? Of course I could have. Was I going to? No. Now, it's different. Say, for instance, my patient had to use the bathroom. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make my patient wait 2-3 hours to use the bathroom because I'm trying to prove a point to a CNA. I'm not going to do it. I'll get it done, or I'll grab some other CNA to help me with it. Or I'll say, come on, let's take her to the bathroom. Help me out, take her to the bathroom. Or I'll do it myself. I'm not going to, if it's a situation where you feel like the resident is going to be unsafe, or you feel like there's a dignity issue at play, something like that, then you need to get it done as soon as possible. And if you have to do it, just do it. Don't let that patient sit there having to pee. Let that patient sitting there in the bed in urine and feces, and the family's right there, and the family say, I need my mom to be changed, and you're not doing anything. Like, and you're looking for this aide for an hour and a half. Like, no, just go ahead and do it. I mean, you're gonna probably take up some of your time if you're busy, but just go ahead and do it because you want to make sure that patient feels comfortable and they're clean, and whatever the case may be, and the family feels comfortable, versus you looking for an aide for 15-20 minutes and the aide still may not even get to it right away. So you have to weigh out the situation. In this instance, her bed wasn't made. She wasn't going to go to bed anytime soon. So it wasn't like a time factor to it. But for me, I felt like you've waited too long to do this. It should have been got done. And on top of that, this patient is a private pay. Now, I understand some people feel like private pay, Medicare, I don't care, Medicaid, I don't care what it is, everybody is the same. But if you are a patient, you paying $200, $300 a night to live somewhere out of pocket, and you can't get your bed changed, your linen changed on your bed. It's been a whole day. I should have got this done last night, and here it is 6, 7 o'clock the next day, and it's still not done. Yeah, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. So you know that. So it's like, dang girl, like just do it. So like I said, if it's an instance where you feel like your patient is gonna need care right away, do something. But if it's something where you can, you know, hold off, then you need to prove a point to your aide. You need to say, this is what I need you to do. You got to have a firm hand. If you know your aide, there's been times where I know stuff needs to get done and I might be busy and I know the aide is swamped too. If I got time, I'll just run in and do it real quick, you know, or I'll do half of it. Like I took the linen off. I got the linen in the room. Just put it on the bed for me. That type of thing. And you could just help out. But in that instance, I wasn't going to do anything but talk to all I wanted to do was talk to the resident, let them know, you know, I was sorry about that it didn't get happen, but it's going to happen today. That type of thing. But let me tell you this. CNA means Certified Nursing Assistant. Certified Nursing Assistant means they're assistant to the nurse. You don't want to be a nurse's assistant. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to be the nurse that's assisting the CNA. No. That's not your job title. It's not. So don't be that nurse who's afraid to delegate because you want to be everybody's friend and girl, we cool, kiki, and I'll do it. Oh, it's fun. No, don't be that nurse now because you're not going to get your work done. And a lot of times nurses that are like that, they're passive aggressive. Meaning, oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then at one time where they are swamped by so much work, they are they drowning in work and they're doing all the CNA's work, trying to do their work, and they just blow up. And they walk out the facility like, I'm done with this place. I can't take it anymore. Because you was being passive aggressive. Delegate. Okay, but then again, on the far end of it, you don't want to be that nurse that's delegating the most petty stuff. Oh my goodness, girl. Like, can you do anything? When I say that you can't do nothing, you can't do nothing. You can't push the resident up front. You can't calm the resident hair. You can't help put some lipstick on the resident. You can't do nothing. You can't get a girl a Tylenol. Like, it's some stuff you gotta help out with now. You just gonna sit at the desk all day and eat. You can't be that type of nurse. Some nurses are like that though. So find your balance. You have to know your team. And the first scenario with the shower, I knew I was working with a good team of people. I knew that if I had them do it, it would be too much work on them. The second scenario with the bed linen, I knew that I was working with an unexperienced team that needed some direction. They needed a firm hand. And I knew I wasn't about to change that bed linen. I just wasn't going to do it. She needed to do it. So it all depends on your team, and you have to know that, and you have to also know yourself as a nurse. But the more that you delegate, the better it be. It's times I delegate to nurses and we on the same level, and you just need help. Like, hey, I'm like super busy. If you see such and such, can you tell her this? That's delegating. That's right there is delegating. That's very small. Or, hey, you calling such and such, the doctor such and such, can you just ask them if you can do this real quick? I gotta really run over here and do this. Like, when you get on the phone, can you just ask her, can we get this done? Thank you. That's delegating. So like I said, find instances where you can delegate and some instances where you can't delegate. You have to do it. You don't want to be that nurse who's delegating, hey, here's this Percocet CNA, can you give such and such a room 103? No, girl, that's your job. I can't tell you how many times I was seeing that giving out pills and stuff, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it. But I just did it. I was like, okay, you know, whatever. But don't be that nurse that's delegating stuff like that. Like, you have to find a balance. You have to know your team. You have to know yourself. And just know that you are the charge nurse or you are the nurse, but you can help. There's times when you have to flex, and it's times where you have to help out, or it's times where you have to just do what's best. And at the instance, everything that is best is going to be geared towards that patient. Just think about that. When in doubt, just do it, because at the end of the day, you want to help that patient. You want to be, we're in service to our patients. Okay, that's our job. At the end of the day, I don't care if you think it's right or wrong. You don't have time. At the end of the day, you are in service to your patient. If you ever feel like, oh, should I do it or should I not do it? That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. But you want to try to build a sense of this is a teamwork. This is a, you know, I have a question for you all. I want to know, when was the instance that you had to delegate a task to somebody? How did it go? And if you're not a nurse or whatever, I want to know, when was the task delegated to you? How did it go? How did you feel about it? Do you feel like it should have been delegated to you? Do you feel okay about it? Like, how did that person speak to you? Those type of things. Like I said, at the end of the day, you are the nurse. You have to do what's best for your patient. And keep that in mind in everything that you do. I hope you like this video. Go check us out on the YourFavNurseB Facebook group. We can finish this discussion over there. I am going to ask this question over there and see what people have to say. Also follow me on Instagram. So you can also follow me on Snapchat. Look at my little fatty. You can also follow us on our other channel, Stay Forever True. I have mommy vlogs, hair videos, and food videos, vlogs, all that good stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. Peace.